All right.
All right, what's good? This is We Are Athletes 2. It is October 27th, our first episode.
August
Not
27th. Georgie.
August 27th, 2023. We're recording our first epi here. Already messing up. First take Drake in his bush. Um,
No editing equipment here, folks.
do we want to drop it tonight or do we want to drop it tomorrow, honestly?
Don't matter to me.
Okay.
Whenever.
Bet. All right. How things are going to work today. We're going to have a little intro. We'll talk about some D2 football rankings. We'll talk about, I think we're going to pick our national champion for every conference, or not every conference, for every division. And then we'll have Jack give his story of D2 football, how he got where he is, and what he's doing now. And then we'll look at some games for this weekend. Unfortunately, there's not really many lines out right now, but we'll look at some games and see what we think about some things. So,
We're setting our own lines. We are D2 Sportsbook.
we are the book. All right,
Place
Cade.
the bets with us.
Cade, you're going first. Give us the intro. Give us who you are.
All right. What's up, Cade Yeager? I played quarterback at Northeastern State University and played tentatively at Arkansas Tech University. But I got my degree, though, baby. No debt. That's what I'm talking about.
That's all that matters. Where'd you start? Where'd you go to high school? Where are you from?
Well, let's see. Went to Broken Arrow High School in Oklahoma. Proud Tiger. Don't look up how they did against Bentonville West this past weekend. Not good. See, born and raised in Charleston, South Carolina. And I'm actually back here now teaching and coaching at West Ashley High School, baby. Proud to be a Wildcat.
What's your record?
2-0, baby.
2-0.
Best in the nation.
All right, Jack, give us the intro.
So my name is Jack Grissom. I also went to Arkansas Tech University. Started off at Mississippi College in good old Clinton, Mississippi. I also played tentatively at Arkansas Tech and did not be college. Only was there for one semester in the old triple option offense. I'm from Memphis, the First Assembly Christian School, who is also 2-0 in high school football right now against the worst two teams in this area. They've scored 5 points and given up 0 against MLK Prep and Lakeland Prep, who is, fun fact, only 9th graders.
Oh, gosh.
Wowzers.
So
that's two quality dubs there. All right. My name is George Brooks. I'm from Allen, Texas. Went to Allen High School. Also, don't look up how we did week 1. I think that's the first time Claude Mathis has ever actually beat us, and he didn't just beat us, he stomped us. Went to Northeastern State, where I met Cade, and then transferred to Arkansas Tech, where I met Jack, and then brought Cade with me, thank goodness. So played D-line there. They're both quarterbacks. Not really sure how this relationship happened, but here we are making a podcast. All right, let me see if I can figure out how to pop this up on my screen so we can look at this. Yeah, let's see. I want that right there. All right, is that sharing the screen?
There we go.
Y'all see that?
Minuscule, but the camera's gonna be like my eyeballs.
Jack's super zoomed. All right, so we're gonna go through the rankings. Let's go through the D2 rankings first, real quick.
Yeah,
let me see if I can minimize this. I'm gonna move this down here. All right, so this is the D2 top 25. We got Ferris State coming in at 1, Grand Valley 2, Pitt State 3, Colorado Mines at 4, Northwest Missouri at 5, Angelo State at 6, Minnesota State 7, West Florida at 8, Delta State at 9, Bemidji State at 10, Ouachita Baptist at 11, IUP at 12, Shepherd at 13, Ashland 14, Harding 15, Slippery Rock 16, Emporia State 17, Wingate 18, West Georgia 19, Benedict 20, Indianapolis 21, Virginia Union 22, Lenoir-Rhyne 23, Davenport 24, and rounding us off is Colorado State Pueblo at 25.
Pueblo.
All right, what are the first things that we're seeing here that are catching y'all's attention?
I'm going Pitt State. Pitt State's my natty. They're winning the natty this year, guys. I got my boy Trace Jeffries, playing tackle at Pitt State. They're going all the way this year. I got a good feeling.
Who was it
Yeah.
last year? West Florida or something? Or Ferris?
I think it was
Who was
Ferris,
it
right?
last year? I think it was Ferris. I
You
mean,
can
there's the usual suspects from that GLVC. I mean, Ferris State, Grand Valley, they're
Northwest
always going
Missouri
to be
there.
Northwest Missouri and the MIAA. Lindenwood has moved from that MIAA and then moved to the GLVC, and now they're moving to
They won.
FCS. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was a cool little jump they made. I guess just looking at it, I'd have to agree. Pitt State is, I don't know. Pitt State was really good last year. You know, we got to see a little bit of it because Uka was there, GAN.
Yeah.
But you know, they were really good last year. Their defense is
Dirty.
fantastic. They got to be one of the best defenses in the country, and they're playing in that MIAA. So, you know, they're getting a test week in, week out, and they're ready for whatever playoff push they get.
West Florida.
Yeah, West Florida's another one. They got a. I'm trying to remember, I think they start out with an NAIA team on Friday. So most of the MIAA and the GAC are going to start out on Thursday. With all their games. And then
Hey, what
I think
about
they're
the
playing-
best fade in college basketball right here with at number 12? Oh, Indiana University Purdue.
You're thinking of IUPUI.
Oh,
Yeah, there's a different one. It's Indiana University, Purdue University of Illinois is who you're thinking of.
Wow.
They're the
yeah. What is that?
Jaguars.
What is IUP?
Indiana University of Pennsylvania.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I know. They're all over the place, the IUs.
Good stuff.
But looking at it from the GAC since we played there, is there anybody higher? I guess Ouachita's the highest at 11.
Ouachita's the highest.
And then Harding at 15. I guess that's it for the two usual suspects there.
Yeah.
Harding's going to run that stupid triple up that they run so well. And then
I got
Ouachita's.
playoffs last year.
Yeah, they did. That happens to them a lot, and I really think it's because they don't play out of conference. I think that really does hurt the conference as a whole. I think the same could be said about the MIAA because you get up and you play against some teams that, you know, say Ferris State goes out and plays a Colorado Mesa or something. You know, they're getting to play someone outside their conference. You know, they're going to actually have to game plan. They're going to have to scheme for that type of thing. So it's good for their coaches and for the competition aspect, and it, you know, gives us as fans.
They play the same teams all the time. You almost get in a monotonous routine of just, you know, who you're playing all the time. So once you get in the playoffs, it's almost kind of
with no bye week.
Rolled. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, bye week hurts too.
Yeah.
That is rough. That 11 weeks straight is a grind.
And not like if there is coaching changes, it feels like when those coaching changes happen, offenses and defense tend to stick the same at those schools. Like there's not if it's a change, it's very subtle changes. It's not like anything drastic.
It's
not like they're abandoning
coordinator or something crazy, you know, or you know, no huge schematic changes going on.
Yeah, it's not like Georgia Tech. Like we're not abandoning the triple op to go to the spread or anything like that. It's, you know, maybe we'll throw a wrinkle in our calls here and there. So yeah, I think that definitely hurts. I guess looking at these rankings,
my slow Wi-Fi just pulled up that Ferris State did indeed win the national championship last year.
Who'd they beat last year?
Colorado School of the Mines.
Colorado School of Mines.
Big brains out there.
Yeah,
they went back to back and beat Valdosta in 21.
And that's how
they destroyed.
See if Valdossa's on there.
Is Valdosta even ranked? Wow.
When
I
got for Emporia being on there.
Yeah, I don't. Emporia was good last year too. It seems like they flirted with the top 25 a lot last year, but
Slippery Rock. God, what a good name. I mean, that's good stuff.
Just a horrible fumbling problem up there, though.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's look up where Slippery Rock is.
I want to say it's in New York.
I'm gonna go Pennsylvania here.
Pennsylvania.
Just give me a second. Slippery Rock.
Jack, I know Cade gave his national champion. He thinks Pitt State's going to take it. Who do you think looking at these numbers?
Grand Valley's a Michigan school, right?
Yeah, I think they're in the same conference as Ferris. They're both Michigan.
Give me my old stomping grounds of the Gulf South, and I'll go West Florida.
West Florida.
Although Delta State's been really good.
State has been good. Historically, the Fighting Ochre are pretty good.
Yes.
Fighting Ochre, that
in all of college sports.
That I feel like that's really high for them. Am I crazy?
I feel like
They made it deep. I'm pretty
historically
sure
they've been great.
in the playoffs.
I mean, that's
Hmm.
impressive though. I top 10 for them to start the year.
Slippery Rock. Can we guess what town Slippery Rock is in?
It's got to be in Slippery Rock, right?
In Slippery Rock, Pennsylvania.
Slippery Rock, Pennsylvania.
Like,
Middle of nowhere. I bet they got affected by that train that tipped over, though.
You think so?
Oh, I'm pretty sure.
pretty tough to getting some resources after that one.
Yeah, not good.
All right, so
Long way from Erie.
Kay's going Pitt State. Jack's
Yep,
gonna
Pitt
go
State.
West Florida.
Hi, Georgie.
I'm gonna go crazy here, and I'm gonna go Minnesota State.
Ooh.
No
Oh,
idea why. Just wanted to be different. Want to get away from Ferris and Grand Valley because they have to play each other this year, which we'll be able to talk about that eventually.
Hey,
Give
fun
me
fact question here. Jet Punk quiz question.
nice.
Who won the 1989 Division II national championship?
1989 D2 national championship. Was it Valdosta?
No,
Delta State.
Mississippi College.
Wow.
Ooh, how about that?
I would have never known that.
Dude, there's the old ones are like well-known schools. Like La Tech won in '73. Is that where what's the guy off Duck Dynasty? The
Phil
dad.
Robertson.
Yeah, did he play there?
He did, but I think they could have been D2 at the time. Actually,
like Eastern Illinois is on here for winning one. Delaware, Cal Poly, Texas State, Troy, North Dakota State.
all right, George. Minnesota State. Give me the current NFL player
It's
in the
Thielen,
league
no?
right now played at Minnesota State.
It's Thielen, right?
Thielen.
Yeah, he was playing for my Skull Vikes, which was his hometown team,
Yeah.
and then kind of went
Where's
sour
he
there.
now?
Carolina.
Go Panthers.
Carolina, yeah.
Is
Yeah,
Austin
good
Eckler?
luck. Yes, Western Colorado.
That's shocking.
The more we get
Western
into this
Colorado.
podcast, folks, the more you're going to see that these schools, a lot of cardinal directions here.
Oh, just wait till we cover the state of Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Yeah, direction-wise.
Yeah.
Okay, do we want to start biggest or do we want to start smallest? You want to go?
Let's go. Let's go
D1 or-
NAIA. Let's work our way up here.
Okay, we're shooting blind here. I don't know hardly nothing about
Hold on.
NAIA.
We got a boy at Kaiser. We got a dude at Kaiser.
Oh, yeah, we do.
Hey, what's
Wow.
that Arkansas school?
I forget Monty Tony is at Kaiser. And they got a vote. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's go
Wow.
through it real quick.
Yeah.
We got Northwestern Iowa coming in at 1, Kaiser at 2, Grandview in
That's where
Iowa
Monty
at
is?
3. And then Morningside at 4, Indiana Wesleyan 5, Marion, Indiana at 6, Benedictine in Kansas at 7, Bethel in Tennessee at 8, Lindsey Wilson from Kentucky at 9, Reinhardt at 10, Southwestern in Kansas at 11, College of Idaho. Who is playing them? St. Xavier in Illinois at 13, St. Thomas in Florida at 14. I thought that was a high school. Carroll at 15. I guess that's Carroll in Montana, and then Montana Tech at 16. OUAZ.
Hey.
Oh, that's Ottawa, isn't it?
Raheem Brummett.
Yes, true. We got connects all over.
Free my
Ottawa
man.
and Arizona. First episode. So we got Avila at 18, Dixon State at 19, Kansas Wesleyan at 20, Texas Wesleyan 21, Georgetown 21. What? Okay, they're both 21. Bethel at 23, St. Francis at 24, and Dort at 25.
Dort.
Okay, so out of these random names, pick a team, guys.
NAIA. Just off of what it looks like, it would be the most fun to say, OAS.
OAS. He's taking Ottawa. Okay. Jack, who are you thinking?
I actually used to play 7-on-7 games at Bethel in Tennessee.
Wow.
Fun fact, that's where what's his name? Who's the head coach at oh my goodness. They just played the other day.
Dearman was there.
Dearman.
Yeah.
So that Dearman was the OC at Tech, and then he was the head coach. He's the head coach at North Al.
Really?
Oh, is that where it is? He went.
Yeah.
What did he go through? FAU to MTSU.
So he went.
There?
I think he went Bethel to MTSU.
Well, wait. He went Tech to
Tech.
Bethel to Kansas, where he was an assistant under Les Miles, then
Yep.
to FAU, then to Middle Tennessee, and now he's the head coach at North Al, which they lost to Mercer 17-7 the other day.
17-7. My Mercer Bears, baby.
Yeah,
We'll
a
get
lot
into that
lower scoring than I thought.
pressing story. Yeah,
Yeah, that'll be part of your testimony.
that will be for sure.
But yeah, Jack, who are you feeling? You going Bethel here?
Yeah, give me the Tennessee boys.
Bethel from Tennessee. I'm gonna go Monty Tony. Give me Kaiser.
Kaiser. I like nobody's picking the favorite. The overwhelming favorite there was all seven.
Yeah, the
Well, when you say
Northwestern up in Iowa.
Northwestern, I think scandal, and I can't go with it.
You think hazing right off the bat?
I can't do it. I just can't. Lindsey Wilson. That sounds like an all-girls Catholic school.
We are definitely gonna have to look up the College of Idaho's conference. Like, who are they playing?
Yeah,
How many NAIA schools are up there? You think?
Dude, there's got to be some traveling in NAIA going on.
Oh yeah,
sure.
Many schools.
Do y'all remember that video of like that old coach wearing some sort of like green
the Montana
sweatshirt?
Tech dude?
That's the Montana Tech dude. I saw them on here. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Fun fact: Bethel in Kansas. That was my first offer. Go Threshers.
Go Threshers. Oh man. Oh gosh.
All right, let's go look at D3 real quick.
I already know my D3, baby. Let's
So
go
we've got
North Central. Let's do it.
We've got North Central, Mount Union, Mary Hardin Baylor, Trinity. Wow, Trinity is way up there. Wartburg, St. John's, Linfield, Hardin Simmons, Ithaca, Delaware Valley, Wisconsin Whitewater, Wisconsin La Crosse, Wheaton, Bethel, Randolph Macon, Carnegie Mellon, Cortland, Johns Hopkins, John Carroll, Aurora. Never mind. Wisconsin Oshkosh, Susquehanna.
Oshkosh. I like that.
And then River Falls, Alma, and Salisbury.
Carnegie Mellon. Now wait a minute. Isn't that like a book? Isn't that like a citing source?
Carnegie is they're a printing company.
Kate would know.
They're a printing company for books, I think.
Carnegie Mellon. Wasn't Carnegie one of the railroad tycoons?
Is Wisconsin Whitewater in?
This guy Carnegie's got his hands in a lot of different cookie jars out there.
What'd you say, Jack?
Nothing. I was saying, is Wisconsin Whitewater on there? But I see him.
Yeah, right here at 11. All right.
They were overwhelmed. They used to run that thing. 07 to 2014, they won all but 2 of the national championships.
Wow.
That's
Mount Union.
Impressive. It's impressive.
Yeah, them in Union. I remember watching those in I want to say elementary school because it was one of those things where you just love football.
What is that bowl called?
Is it the Stags Bowl?
It might be the Stag Bowl. Yeah, that's what they call the Stag Bowl.
Yeah, because I'm making sure I'm not getting it mixed because I know the CFL is the Grey Cup, but they also have the Calgary Stampeders, who they call the Stags.
I'm pretty sure it's the Stag Bowl.
I think it is.
We're gonna look.
Cade's going North Central. Jack, who you like here?
Wow, take the favorite. Why don't you? Give me
only because they're up there in Chicago, baby. Go Cubs.
Give me Whitewater to make a run back to the glory days. Come back off that 8-3 schedule from last year.
I like that. So we got Whitewater, North Central. I'm gonna go Hardin Simmons. Let's go Cowboys. Get it done this year. Beat Mary Hardin Baylor and see what we can get rocking down there.
Hardin.
Carnegie Mellon could do it though. They got that railroad money. You never know.
Where is Hardin Simmons?
I want to say it's down south. It's South Texas, I think.
Yeah.
Don't remember exactly what city it is.
Well, here we go. The Hardin Simmons Cowboys.
They are in Abilene, actually, so they're out West Texas.
How about that?
A lot of stuff. They got the schedules and everything. This website is legit.
We're coming back to d3football.com here.
We'll be back, boys. Don't y'all worry.
Mick Murray.
Didn't Nick have a buddy that played there?
Dude, yeah, who claimed he was going to come play at NSU?
Yeah.
for a month and then never heard from the guy again. Still follow him on Instagram though.
Yeah. Okay, let's look at FCS now. South Dakota State is the overwhelming favorite here.
Received every vote. How about that?
Every single vote. Then we got North Dakota State at 2, Montana State 3, William and Mary at 4 is a little high. Holy Cross at 5, I think, is also kind of high. Furman at 6.
Furman's my sleeper, but we'll get to that.
Incarnate Word at 7, Idaho at 8, Sanford 9, Sac State at 10, New Hampshire at 11, Southeast SEMO at 12.
How about that?
Weber
Wyatt.
State at 13. Yeah, he's at we'll get to Wyatt too. Montana at 14, Southeastern Louisiana at 15, UC Davis at 16, North Dakota at 17, Richmond 18, North Carolina Central at 19, Mercer at 20, Rhode Island at 21, Delaware 22, Northern Iowa at 23, Eastern Kentucky, and then Gardner-Webb.
Richmond's got to be up there for best mascot.
Spiders, right?
Spiders. That's good stuff. It's what I wish Cleveland would have went to instead of the stupid Guardians.
That still doesn't make sense.
Just me. I mean, I know I get it's the Guardians on the bridge, but it's still stupid.
Yeah. All right. What's jumping out at us here, FCS wise?
So I got to lay eyes on Furman last year, and they are good.
This is insider trading here. I like it.
Furman's good. Sanford's really good.
Yes.
And Mercer, if they could ever figure it out and not just lose 2 or 3 stupid games they shouldn't, they would be pretty good too.
Is UT Martin not there?
See what other schools got votes, George.
I got UCA, Chat, Jackson State, Southern Illinois, Youngstown, Florida A&M, UT Martin, Elon, Austin P, Fordham, Yale, Villanova, McNeese, Abilene Christian, St. Thomas, and St. Francis.
How about our boys?
Martin gets Bama week 1, right?
Yeah, no, it's either
Georgia.
One of my good friends from high schools, he plays like nickel there, and I played with one of their quarterbacks for a little while, and he got picked up by the Rams, so he just left them. But they've been good for the last 2 years, but now they lost their quarterback, that's probably why they're not on there anymore.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Furman is and I hate to do it because being a Citadel. Going to be a Citadel grad of the graduate school.
Your dad's not going to like this one.
No, but I got to go Furman. Furman could make some noise this year. Obviously, South Dakota State going to be hard to dethrone those guys, but Furman could make some noise there.
If South Dakota State beat North Dakota State last year, right?
Yeah. Yes, 45-21.
Yeah.
All right, Jackie.
In Frisco, baby.
I'm gonna go with the old Dome boys and say it's North Dakota State coming back. They haven't lost the national championship in consecutive years since 2011. So I'll take them.
Wow. Look at him doing the research.
I like it.
Dang. I mean, it's hard to. I was thinking North Dakota State myself too. I just don't. I mean, there's no way that they let that happen again this year.
Have y'all seen the picture of Cam Newton at the William and Mary games?
Does his brother play there or something?
Yeah, and he'll go stand in the student section, and he's like towering over the kids.
Yeah,
hilarious.
I will give a shout out here to Gardner-Webb. Keem is their D-line coach now.
How about that? My cousin, he plays baseball at Gardner-Webb, so maybe I should give Gardner-Webb some more points here. We'll get him into the top 15 at least at some point this year.
I'll give him some love. We'll check on him throughout the year.
Yeah.
Any other teams? Listen.
You got your pick.
Oh, I'm going North Dakota State as well.
Right.
I mean, it's between those two schools, so I'll go with the one I think it's going to get it done. Also, shout out Mississippi Valley State. New staff this year. Their offensive coordinator, a guy named Eli Johnson, was an offensive lineman at Ole Miss, actually. I played with him in Team USA. Have no idea how he got the OC job at Mississippi Valley State, as he is a white guy. And Wyatt is on his staff
Varsity
as well.
Hire.
No, big time. But fun tidbit for a FCS school there.
Just a well-traveled fella.
Come on, Delta Devils. And let's go look at the big boys now.
All
All right, so Georgia's coming in at 1, Michigan 2, Ohio State 3, Bama 4, LSU 5, USC 6, Penn State 7, Florida State 8, Clemson 9, Washington 10, Texas 11, Tennessee 12, Notre Dame 13, Utah 14, Oregon 15,
The
Kansas State
Rebels.
16, TCU 17, Oregon State 18, Wisconsin 19, OU at 20, North Carolina at 21, Ole Miss 22, A&M 23, Tulane at 24, and Iowa wrapping it up at 25. How is
How they
Iowa
left my
ranked?
Gamecocks off, I just don't. I
How
can't.
is yeah, especially with everything we've heard about Spencer Rattler coming back and playing really good in fall
I
camp.
don't know.
South
How
Carolina's
is
not in the 25.
no?
Oh.
They're the second team out, right behind Texas Tech.
Yeah.
I have heard a lot of shouts from people down here, from people from Texas, saying Texas Tech's going to win the Big 12.
Hmm.
A lot of shouts there. I don't know. I think Joey McGuire is their head coach, former Cedar Hill head coach, and then was at Baylor for a while.
Hmm.
He knows how to recruit the DFW really well, and he's got some really good guys. But I guess he's got something cooking there, because I got a lot of people telling me that Tech could be running the table and be maybe a top 10 team this year.
Well, I hope they beat the hell out of Oklahoma. I'll tell you that.
Man, don't we all? Again, I'm shocked Iowa's ranked after their laughable offensive year last
booty.
year.
Offense.
Arkansas also not being ranked is kind of surprising to me. I thought they're
Happy,
bringing. They're bringing. Yeah, I'm happy, but
though.
I mean, they're bringing a lot of people back, and it's.
They've got a really good backfield.
Yeah,
So that's surprising.
they've got Rocky
Did y'all
Sanders,
stuff
and then they
about
got
the Iowa State or Iowa kid, the kicker that was betting on games?
and
Didn't
then
he?
there was
Wait, though. Didn't he miss?
Oh, he noticeably like
Didn't he miss a field goal?
a point from hitting it over, and he bet the under.
Yeah, and he
missed it.
missed the field goal to hit
Yeah.
the under.
yeah, a little sketchy
Granted,
there.
it was like 8 minutes were left when he missed it, but then like nobody scored for the last 8 minutes. And then
Yeah,
he got his money.
he did. Yeah, good lord.
I think TCU regresses this year too, with Duggan being gone.
Yeah.
Kansas State could be sneaky good because their defense is so good, and
I think
they run the ball.
Clemson will be better than 9.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I don't know a lot about the ACC. I don't know why Florida State's randomly at 8 either. Did I miss something? Did they end the year on a high last year or something? Or
Did they? I don't know if they beat who they played in their bowl game or not, but
I thought they were competitive, but I didn't
Um,
think they were top 10 worthy.
I don't know.
Penn State
they're
at 7.
playing Memphis coming up here. I don't know if it's next year, but they're Norvell, their head coach.
Norvell making the return.
It'll be interesting. But I think they won their bowl game.
I'm trying to remember who they
Did
even
in
played.
the year pretty well.
So we got 3 teams in the top 5 from the SEC to be expected. 2 teams from the Big Ten in there. 3 teams from the Big Ten in the top 10. 2 teams from the ACC, and then 2 teams from the Pac, whatever they are now.
The Pac.
Pack 4.
Pac disbanded.
Yeah,
They smoked the Pac.
they smoked a little too much of the pack there.
I don't. I think Penix is coming back for Washington, so they could be pretty good. I mean, USC is going to have Caleb Williams, so they're going to be pretty dang good. They looked shaky against San Jose State.
They
but
started off slow, that was for sure.
it's early
Did not
season.
cover.
Yeah.
No, they did not. Penn State top 10. I don't know a ton about them, but I don't know. It seems kind of high. Texas at 11. We'll see.
Who knows?
It's
Tennessee
same.
at 12, I think, is a little low. But
Are they bringing anybody back? Because
they've
they
got,
lost Hyatt and they lost another receiver, didn't
what's
they?
his
And
name?
quarterback.
Well, yeah, they lost
I thought he's
lost Hooker.
Yeah, Hooker, Hyatt, and then there was another receiver I thought they lost as well. All to the draft, I think.
Hyatt was still there.
Which kid?
The Hyatt. That's the skinny receiver, right?
He's playing
He
for the
got
Giants.
drafted by the Giants.
Oh.
He's been balling in camp supposedly.
Hayes looked good from what I've heard.
Jalen.
Yeah.
Jalen.
Notre Dame at 13. I mean, they look good, but then again, Navy's running the triple option and they can't cut. So
Yeah.
good luck.
Yeah,
Uh,
the NCAA did everything they could to get rid of that old triple O there.
Yeah.
Utah at 14. They play Florida on Thursday, I think. That'll be a pretty good game.
Yeah.
They
That'll be
lost. They lost last year, but they had to go to the swamp. So playing them at home, I think this year will be a much better game for them.
Florida will not win that game.
No, they got the what's his name, old quarterback from Wisconsin starting from them. We'll see. We'll see what happens there. But yeah, I don't
It's
think
hard to
Florida's going to
win.
be very good.
Hard to win at either Utah school at night. It's a different breed.
It's very true. Very
Those
true.
Mormons go crazy, man.
Teams that go to BYU and play at night doesn't go well.
Especially primetime games too. 7 o'clock on ESPN. Just recipe for a
Those
disaster there.
Mormons all hyped up on fruit punch. Who knows what could happen?
Florida Florida State beat Oklahoma last year in that Camping World Bowl in Orlando. They won by 3.
Were they ranked to end the year?
Doesn't show. I don't know. They
I'm
went
going
10.
Bama. Bama's my pick this year.
Going
Crimson
Bama.
Tide are going back on top. Nick
I was
Saban.
same thing, kid.
Nick Saban, who knows?
Yep.
I've heard so much of no one knows who their quarterback's going to be. Saban said they had 5. It's down to 3. He said one of them needs to take the job and run with it. He said they still don't know. I think this first week is going to tell us a lot about Bama, even though it's going to be against whoever they're playing and it's not going to be a game. But it's going to tell us a lot about who their quarterback's going to be, and that's going to tell us a lot about how their season's going to go.
When was the last time that they started the year off with 2 quarterbacks in 2014? I think it was like Blake Barnett and the Coker guy, and they ended up running the table that year, but never know.
It's just
I'll never going to count out Nick Saban.
it's just so hard to go against Georgia. I mean, they reload so well. That defense is going to be so good again. And they, I mean,
And have y'all seen all the little memes about their new quarterback?
Oh, dude.
yeah.
Whoever got that picture, that kid should be jailed. Hard and feathered. That's a bad pick of that kid.
Yeah, not ideal there for him.
Trying to see who Bama plays. Ooh, South Carolina, North Carolina. I'm excited for that one in Charlotte.
Was that week 1?
That is 7:30 on ABC. So Alabama plays the old MTSU somethings. I'm not sure what their mascot is.
Blue Raiders?
Blue Raiders.
Yes, the Blue Raiders.
Sounds right.
Yeah, that'll be a decent game for the first quarter. No, I was gonna say for betting purposes, the Georgia
Yeah.
the Georgia versus oh my gosh, UT Martin game. I feel like with all those games where it's Alabama or Georgia where they play an FCS school to start the year, they either they're gonna cover, but I feel like the total seems to go under because the other team's not gonna score. And it's not like they're playing a Kent State where Kent State is a sneaky good team. It's a UT Martin team that's unfortunately an FCS team that probably a quality FCS team, but they're not an SEC opponent. They're not a big boy. They're coming there to get their paycheck. So okay, if I gotta go, I'm picking either Georgia or Alabama. I'll go Georgia to be different from y'all. I think it's a toss up between the two though. It just depends on what Bama does with their quarterback situation,
Yeah.
and it depends on what Georgia's offense looks like this year. Ohio State's going to be good. Their quarterback looks good. Michigan's got the whole Harbaugh thing going on. I don't know what's going to go on there. I don't know. Could y'all tell me why LSU's at 5?
That's another
There's
good
a-
one.
around them, but I don't know why necessarily.
I mean, I get what's his name's there, and he was at Notre Dame, and every time he was at Notre Dame, he'd be in the top 10. But
Yeah.
I guess that has value. Like,
The Brian Kelly effect.
put me on the little revolving thing and let me dance with him.
Yeah.
USC will never win a national championship as long as what's his name's their D coordinator.
Oh God, what's the dude's name?
The dude that follows Lincoln Riley everywhere.
Yeah. It's almost like a given at this point that if a Lincoln Riley team's going to be great on offense, but they're going to suck on defense.
Yep.
And you just kind of have to just like, okay, it's whatever.
Yep. it'll be an interesting year. So we'll go. Y'all two are going Bama. I'll go Georgia just to be different.
Yeah.
Nice.
Let me stop sharing this real quick. So we're back to normal here. All right, Jackie boy, you're up. You can tell us the story. Tell us about high school recruiting, why you went to MC, what made you leave MC, and then talk about your time playing at Tech, and then what you're up to now.
I
Take it
want to
away.
know why you didn't ask the offensive coordinator what kind of offense we run at MC. That's my question.
That question. Yeah, feel free to throw out any questions at any point to keep me going. But so high school, I actually started off at Briarcrest for the first portion of my life until 8th grade, which is, fun fact, the blindside school where Michael Orr went. Some
controversial topic right now.
turmoil for me about that.
Cool, but
Did you
now
ever
less
adopt a large 4-star black kid and say, "Here, son, you can come live with us"?
I had that opportunity, but it would have been nice for the old offensive line. But yeah, after that, I transferred to FACS, First Assembly Christian School, which is just down the road.
Boom.
A little bit smaller, only graduated with like 90 people, which is much different than U2. But enjoyed that. Played sparingly, I guess, my freshman year, and then started the next 3, sophomore, junior, senior. Ended up throwing for like 8,000 yards, and we were good my junior year, and then not so great. We only like 500 my sophomore year, and we're bad my senior year, as we had an 8th grader starting on defense. Yeah.
Wow. So
That
do you
can't be
hold any
illegal.
of the school records there, big dog?
Yes, all of them actually.
All of them.
Except
Very nice.
I'm tied for single season touchdowns. It's the only passing record I do not solely hold.
Wow.
Wow, what a shit.
But yeah, and then I fascinatingly went on to a triple option school for college. Mississippi College in Clinton, Mississippi. They were pro style prior to me getting there, and then they had been bad for a couple of years, and their coach hired a new OC who started running the triple option. And I guess I'm assuming their recruiting system to get me there was that I was the only thrower that we had in the room. So if we like got down a little bit, I could kind of come in and throw the ball around a little bit, because otherwise, if you get down, like we saw it in the Navy game the other night, if you're down running that kind of offense, if you get down like 2 touchdowns, you're done for pretty much. But yeah, I was there for a semester. Liked the school. It was they had some interesting rules and stuff. It's a Baptist school, much like Harding in our conference. But yeah, I liked it, but I left because we had thrown the ball. Once we got to the 5th game and thrown the ball 40 times, I was like, all right, it's time to get out of here. So then Coach Ship from Arkansas Tech had recruited me through high school. I texted him, or we somehow got in contact again. I'm not sure if he reached out to me or if I came to him, but he ended up going from Arkansas Monticello to Arkansas Tech that winter between 18 and 19. And I went with him whenever he got at the time, the offensive coordinator job at Arkansas Tech, soon to be head coach.
We'll talk about that eventually.
Yeah. So I was there from the January of 19 until last May. Didn't play at all until my grad year, which was an interesting ride, but I enjoyed every minute of being there and meeting you fellers, and yeah, finally getting to play was fun. We went 5-6 last year, which was one win better than we had previously for the next two years. But I started the last 7 games, I played in 9 games, started the last 7. We went 4-3 in my starts, and I threw for 1,500 yards and 5 touchdowns, 5 picks. So I was on the
We
one.
was saying it the whole
But-
time.
But you know what I had that no one would have ever expected? 3 consecutive games with rushing touchdowns.
Yeah, that's insane.
Dual threat guy with his knees taped up.
No, not just that. From when you first came to Tech, your first spring, you got tackled accidentally by one of our D linemen, and
Yeah.
your knee
Dislocated.
dislocated, and you end up having 3 consecutive games with a rushing touchdown. I never would have thought that would happen.
No.
Yep.
No.
Dude, I was playing at the end, and I got to the point where I was just like, I don't care. This is my last season, so I don't care. And I would only wear one knee brace. I just kind of neglected the other one because I dislocated my left one 3 times and my right one once. So my right one, I was kind of just like, whatever, it'll hopefully be okay. And then I was still kind of cautious on the left one, so I wore a brace on it and taped it, which was a nice big ball on my.
Well,
down.
Zero swag.
No, none of that. I
No.
would rock the whole one leg sleeve. Like it looks like a leg sleeve, but it's like tights with the other
Yeah.
leg way up in your crotch area.
Well, and I'll throw it out there too. Like, just because Jack was wearing a knee brace, let's not like. He's a pretty good athlete. Like, I'll give him his credit. Dude was quick. Dude was elusive. Even in practices and stuff, like your pocket mobility was a lot better than I gave you credit for just because you were wearing that knee brace.
Yeah. Dude, they used to they claimed in high school that I ran like a 4.640, which is not true at all. But you know, they're a little generous in high school, but it was on a track too, and no knee braces. The knee braces,
No knee braces.
the double knee braces in high school that I wore definitely slowed me down considerably. I could only extend my knee like to a 90-degree angle instead of like more bend on it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Good luck in 10 years on those knees, man. You ever get an afternoon thunderstorm, them knees gonna be aching, boy.
Feeling it. I'm gonna be like, oh, it's gonna rain.
Yeah. It's like from Mean Girls. Instead of like checking your boobs, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, it's gonna rain.
Yep. Knees.
Yeah.
But to finish off the thing from George's guide for me, I now last semester worked at Lowe's to finish off my grad school. Then I moved back home to Memphis, well, like northeast of Memphis, called Eads, Tennessee. But I worked on a sod farm every year for like 5 years during college. Worked there for a couple months, and now I just started my like actual job that I kind of using my degree in, which is a company called Franklin Automation. I'm gonna be like managing our power units production. It's like hydraulic power unit stuff. So that'll be in.
What'd you get your degrees in?
Undergrad was political science. Was going to go to law school for a long time. And then I switched. Well, I wanted to play football for another year, so I got my MBA and didn't want to go to school for 3 more years. So, F law school.
Feel that.
I want to do law school.
Do what?
Would not want to do law school.
No, not a shot.
I love the show Suits though, so that's all.
My friend Zach is obsessed with that thing.
Dude, you gotta get on it.
Got to get into it. It's good stuff.
I've heard a lot about Meghan Markle.
Yes, that's right. She's in there. They pretty much canceled the show because of her, because she was getting married to a royal, and supposedly she's getting divorced.
Really?
So
Interesting.
A lot of people over there in England, they don't really like her.
What is she, the Duchess of somewhere now?
Something. Who cares?
I
quit caring what they were July 4th, 1776.
They remove themselves from the family or some bullshit like that.
They live in California. They gave up their titles, which I was like, that's stupid. They were getting paid. They were getting paid just because of their title.
Yeah,
I'm not doing that.
That's like the Arabian princes and stuff. Their name gives them billions and billions of dollars.
They both gave it up, right? Am I not mistaken?
Sure, yeah, they both did.
So now they have the king of England.
Fun history fact here. So the royal family, if you look, their last name is Windsor. Okay, So their last name, we're going to get to this. I'm Googling it. Hold on.
Come on, history major.
Yes, I know. Sorry. Wait.
You
Okay.
probably know this if you wrote that one paper instead.
Cool,
It's a
man.
very, very good point, sir. So
Fun fact: first, Kate almost got kicked out of school.
That's going in the stories file.
yeah, I really hope none of my students ever find this podcast. So anyway, so their last name was Windsor. It is Windsor now.
Cut that out.
Before 1917, which if we've got any historical context here, what happens, Jackson? This will be my lesson for the day. Let's go about 14 to 1918. What's going on in Europe? World War One. Boom. They're fighting the Germans. Okay. So they changed their last name from whatever it was. It was like a German sounding last name. Couldn't find it in time for this here lesson. But you'll just have to take my word for it and do some research. They changed it to Windsor to sound more Anglo-Saxon. All those royalties, like the Russian royalty, the German, the royalty there, they're all related. It's all a conspiracy. Everything you've ever heard, it's all true.
Wow.
Yeah. And they just broke off into different areas.
They just changed their name. They just said, we're going to be Windsor. You guys, the Russians, the Bolsheviks, you guys are there. They were all cousins.
What's the most German last name you can think of?
Schumacher.
Jaeger.
Jaeger's pretty good too.
Jaeger's pretty high. I was thinking those like
Mueller.
Like
Mueller, yeah.
Mueller, that's a good one.
That might be more like Russian or like Slovakian or what do you call those
Baltic.
Yeah, the Baltic or the like Sweden, Norway, Finland,
Scandinavian.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, we got off topic there a little at the end. But,
I don't know how that. Law school to suits.
To Windsor.
To Windsor. To you guys learning that all the royalty, they're cousins.
Yep.
Quickly, if you didn't get anything out of this podcast, I hope you got something from that.
Okay, did we have any bets that we liked? Or were there any games that we looked at and we were like, yeah, we're going to have to look at that one?
I like Utah by 6.5.
Utah by 6.5 at home against Florida, right?
Give me the Wonder Boys money line opener versus OKB.
We've got to come up with a line for these D2 games, and I don't know if we're ever gonna get around to the legality of opening an actual sports book, but
just some hypothetical lines.
Yes.
Yeah, if there's a D2 book out there, anybody knows, please send us the information.
Yeah, because that would be great. We will gladly give you the line.
Coach Blank that we used to play for he used to make some lines on some hypothetical lines for them.
Yes. In fact, some great betting advice.
Man offered some great insight.
Yeah.
He did that too, on what the hypothetical lines were.
Didn't Coach X actually bet on like Korean basketball or something crazy?
Oh, had to.
Yeah. No doubt about it.
That's an addiction.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you guys think anything that y'all want to hear us talk about, if y'all know people that want to be on the pod, let us know. We'll try to get guests lined up. We'll probably for the first 3 weeks, we'll do just us three. We'll talk ball, we'll talk results, and then we'll give testimonies, and then we'll start looking at getting some people on, do some of that. Follow us on socials at WeAreAthletesII. We're on Spotify, YouTube, and Instagram. Need one of these two to make us the Twitter. And then we'll get rolling over there as well. But yeah, follow us at WeAreAthletesII. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Y'all have a good week, and we'll see y'all in a week.
Sweet.